So I've been meaning to share this with you guys for about a year and a half. It's been quite a while since I had this experience, and this was in September of 2023. Now, going back, it's kind of crazy that this actually happened because this happened to be the day my brother was getting married, and very obviously I was needed in certain places, but I was invited by Yamaha to check out the YH-5000, and I couldn't say no to that. So I was pretty quiet about it before heading out that early morning to the Yamaha office, of course. And I think everything went well. I did get back in time for the wedding, of course. But this experience was definitely something I never thought I'd have. This was the YH-5000 is definitely the most expensive headphones that I've handled and heard. Now, very sadly, it was kind of rushed. I have always wished that I did get these headphones in for review, but it is a little difficult to get these kind of headphones in or sent out for review, of course, especially here in India. But here's my quick take on what the YH-5000 was like. So, in fact, I did go to the Yamaha office and I did unbox this headphone, which was pretty cool. It's beautifully done. The unboxing experience was just absolutely top level. So you spend that kind of money on a set of headphones, you should get a really memorable unboxing experience, which was pretty much what it was. Now, the headphones themselves are very industrial looking. They are beautifully put together, of course. The overall sort of attention to detail is something that I've not even seen on, let's say, the Sennheiser HD800 series. So this is, of course, in a way higher price bracket. It's obviously built to really impress anyone who listens to it or handles it for the first, second, third, or even 100th time. It's definitely very tastefully designed. Now, this, of course, comes from a massive, it's got its own heritage, this specific series of headphones. These are, of course, planar magnetic headphones, and very sadly, I wasn't able to pair it with the amp that Yamaha makes. They hadn't yet launched it, in fact, officially. So it was, I did get an opportunity to pair it with an RME DAC amp, but I think somebody had altered a few settings before it came into the Yamaha office because I believe this was a unit that was going across globally for demos. So I hadn't spent too much time with the RME, so I didn't know what exactly was going on with it. And the thing is, I didn't have very much time to fiddle around with stuff and sort of get it back to normal. So thankfully, though, I was carrying my trusted portable audio setup. This is my old hi-fi setup from 10 years ago. And this actually boosted, or should I say, drove the headphones very well because those were relatively easy to drive. I think they're at about 34 ohms when it comes to its resistance. So this little Mont Blanc amp that I have, the portable amp, was enough to drive it. Now, of course, this does come with an orthodynamic driver or planar magnetic driver, and it has some crazy frequency response, like I think it's 5 hertz or 15 hertz all the way up to 70 kilohertz. I'll throw that up here so I don't get it wrong. And very evidently, it did carry itself very effortlessly. It definitely is able to carry on over very high frequencies very well. Yes, I know we can only hear up to about 20,000 if you're lucky, but the way it handled its high frequencies was quite effortless. I threw a whole bunch of high-res FLAC files at it, and please don't throw anything else at this if you plan on buying it. But it definitely did a very. I remember it being extremely true to the way it performed. I don't remember really any sort of fatigue when it came to any sort of frequency. Then again, I do think that it would have performed significantly better with a much more powerful amp, which is why I'd love to connect it to my Shet Lear 2. This thing is incredibly powerful, but again, getting a hold of this is not easy. But yeah, the overall experience was that of trueness, and I've seen Yamaha do this when it comes to a lot of their stuff, whether it's their entry-level wireless earphones or the higher-end headphones or even their speakers. I have listened to a few of their speakers as well in the past, which I do plan on talking about, and their overall approach has always been to be as true as possible. So my experience with the HD800, for that matter, has always been, it's leaned more towards being a little too bright, a little too eccentric in that region. So I've always paired it with my headphone amp that has tubes. It sort of culls that area slightly, but the Yamaha YH-5000 in particular seemed like it didn't need that. It had its own warmth to it. It didn't really need tubes to help reduce certain accentuations in the overall tuning. So it was definitely very true sounding, very resolute. I remember really appreciating the stage as well. Now, audio memory, of course, does not last 1.5 years long. I'm not going to claim that mine does, but the overall experience of it was that of like, wow, I want to listen to this more. I really do want to spend a lot more time in listening to a lot more classical stuff. I want to listen to a lot more stuff with acoustic instruments. So even 80s rock with good recordings and all that, I did throw a lot of that at it, and it at no point was really a slouch. Now, I don't claim that this was so sensationally beautiful that I started crying. No, it's not something like that. But it definitely is, or should I say, that experience of it did leave me longing for much more. Now, it did come with a lot of things in the box. One was a normal single-ended cable, and then it also did come with a balanced cable as well. It does come with a whole lot of goodies in the box. It's definitely, overall very beautifully done. I think they even mentioned the serial number on the upper part of the headband, and it's definitely beautifully made all around. It's beautiful to hold. It also, if I'm not mistaken, came with 2 sets of ear pads. So the different kinds of ear pads, I remember, I think I did swap them, and there's a slight tonal difference. There's bound to be if you start changing things around it, that's firing in towards your ear. But yeah, of course, I mean, where I'm sitting right now is I really wish that I could have gotten it in for a longer period of time. I wish I had at least a week with it, 5 to 7 days, to really break it down. But I just wanted to share this experience because it's definitely the most expensive headphones that I've ever handled, and it was an experience. Usually when you pay for luxury items like this, that's what you should get. You should get an experience that you don't forget, and that's pretty much what it was. So, I mean, if Yamaha is seeing this, I hope that I can get my hands on this even for a week. I'd love to spend time with it and really break it down. Now, if you are planning on buying this, it does go for a solid $5,000. So it's not exactly the most affordable headphones out there. But one thing I will say is, if you do intend on buying it, and I genuinely mean if you are looking to buy it, I think you can get in touch with the people at Yamaha, wherever you are, whichever country you are in, because they, I think, do try and organize demos. And if you do have a past series of Yamaha headphones, their orthodynamic series, they will look at you even more seriously because they are catering to people who are looking at these headphones in particular. So, of course, if you do want to pick it up, you can go on further to the Yamaha website, figure that out, and see how you can get a demo, of course. And I mean, if you're planning on getting it and you happen to buy one, please, send it my way or meet me. I'd love to get my hands on them to spend more time with them because it genuinely, it was an absolutely terrific experience. And honestly, for $5,000, I mean, does it make sense to spend that kind of money? Well, there are obviously 2 groups over there. There are the people who dream about it because they've heard it and they really want to get back to it. I mean, something unlocks in you, like I've heard it and I wish I could pick it up and just enjoy it for the rest of my days. But it is kind of out of reach. And then, of course, you have the person who can afford it very easily and, loves their music, and it doesn't matter if they spend that kind of money. So, I mean, honestly, I'd say first try and demo them if you definitely have the money for them, or if you have a dream to pick up something that is as high-end as this and sound as clean and clear as it is. It does make sense to give these a demo and take that further. So anyway, that was my overall experience with the YH-5000. Absolutely sensationally beautiful sounding set of headphones. I genuinely wish I could have spent a lot more time with it, but alas, I had to rush back for my brother's wedding, which thankfully I didn't miss, and I didn't tell him about it up until I think a few days later that I wasn't there during the morning. But yeah, I mean, thank you to Yamaha, in fact, for inviting me over I mean, that day of all days. Yeah, it was difficult, but I'm so happy that I actually spent time with these. It was an absolute work of art to be able to handle and really appreciate and enjoy these headphones. So I hope I can get these again for review sometime. And if you've been watching right till here, thank you so much. And if you would like to support the channel, I'm sure you know exactly how to. And of course, I will see you in the next one.